Welcome everybody, Sci-Fighter here. We're back with some more Prince of Persia. And I need my controller, that'll help. Hope everybody's having a great day. Not doing overtime today. Oh, feels great. Feels good. My sound's a little loud. Let me know if I need to adjust anything on your end. Keep my headphones down anyway. Otherwise I'm gonna like talk way too loud. Thinking I'm talking over something. No need. Alright. Let's get moving. I'm gonna continue. I think we're at, what is it, level 11? Sounds right. What I remember from the other day was that we were having issues with this, like, hanging off a ledge, dropping and crashing another ledge. We did it. I know. I like went back while I was highlighting the stream to watch it, and I definitely hung on a ledge, dropped and like grabbed another one like that's sideways as a grid space or however you want to call it. And so we were stuck trying to do that, which we have done, but I couldn't figure it out. So maybe there's another way around it, and we got lucky one time. I don't know. We'll have to take a look around. Let's see. LZ. And exclamation. Alright, let's do it. Let's see. There's nothing that way. Let me go over here. I think we just stayed low, but I think there was a potion up here, is that right? As per the usual, I did not memorize anything. Yep, there it is. I didn't. Oh, I forgot to change on the channel page. We had a donation for the to get the Messenger game on Steam. Very Ninja Gaiden-esque, but like modern made, right? So I went ahead and purchased that. That will be on deck after we finish Prince of Persia. Okay, spikes there. And opens that. So we went down. Spikes. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. Careful. Gotta jump over that pressure plate. There we go. Alright, I guess we're right. I don't think we did any, like, hang and drop like this style as far as... Oh, nope, there's a potion. We'll grab that. Okay, what was this way? Oh, this feels right. We're still exploring, not ready to try to go for speed yet. Nope, don't die. That would be bad. See ya. Oh yes, I need this thing to fall, I think. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay, so I think we had to go up and around. What's up, buddy? Come on. Haha! Gotcha. Was this a pressure plate? Yes. Okay. Don't know what it opens, but I'm sure it's beneficial. It's not that one. That looks like one here. Okay. Ow! Ouch. That wasn't good. That opens that. There you go. Little frog hop. Step lightly. Alright, this should take us down and around that corner if I'm right. Oh, no, I need that to fall, so... jump, and then grab that ledge. We done there, did it. Get down. Alright. Hopefully I don't have to fight anybody else, because we're a little low. A little low. Step. Okay. How do we get that one? That would be nice. Alright, down, down. Alright, fire. Where was that ledge we were trying to get past? Oh. Went a little too quick. Oh! What? We made it one time, right? Pretty sure I made it once, just running. And I think the door was at the end, so... Shoot, could we go for time? We could try to go for time, see if we can do that. Maybe we can bypass that ledge where we were trying to get past. I don't even remember where it was. Alright. Continue. Okay. Let's try to... We stayed down low. Get this potion. Oh, wait, no. This one. There we go. Say the only thing I don't know with the potions is, like, if we don't get all of them in a level, does it carry over? 'Cause it seems like we have to get like 3 or something to actually get another jar of life. I don't know if we have to like get them all in the same. That's okay. Let's give it another trial run anyway. See if we're ready for this. Make sure we know the way. Oh, shit. I don't remember that one. It's a big slowdown right there. Okay. Whoa. Is this where we went down to get that? Yes. Okay. this way. Oh. Oh, he did to us what we usually do to him. Oh, rough stuff. Okay. Alright, well, obviously we need a little more practice. It's fine, we don't have to go for a time run yet. I'm getting confident. Getting confident that we're getting close. Step. Turn, jump. Oh, jeez. One of these times I'm gonna remember. Hopefully on when we actually go for a good time. Alright, get too much in a hurry. I step past those spikes and then I just forget about it because I'm like, alright, well that danger was avoided, right? Alright, so pick up that switch there. As I go down this way. Grab that. Back it up, back it up, back it up. That's right. That's right. Back up. You're gonna die or you're gonna fall, one or the other. Ouch. Ow. There it is. He tried to grab on, didn't he? Phil, what's going on? Welcome back, sir. Welcome back. I did purchase the messenger. It is in my Steam library, and it is on deck. And I'm excited for it. I did survive the weekend. I won't have to do overtime today, so I'm back. Another fun-filled stream. Shoot, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Ah! Nope. Shoot. Yeah, it was fun. Didn't do anything too terribly exciting. Nothing super exciting happened at work either, which is good. Exciting is, you know, and boring is generally good with the kind of work I do, so I'll take it. Oh, I can't make that. Okay, that's why I needed to get to, whatever it was, that platform. Okay, well, at least we've solved that riddle. I like it just in the fact that it's, I don't know. I mean, you've seen me do some other games, right? So, like, I enjoy a good puzzle, but, you know, I'm not the greatest at them either. I accept that. So, you know, when it's a game that can simplify it down and make it something I can get my head around and everything. I like that. You know, I think a lot of games now, man, they get pretty complicated, pretty. Ah, shoot. At least I'm still alive, I guess. Trying to grab on that ledge and hang down. It is a bit slower paced, not a whole lot of action, but in like trying to avoid all the traps and everything, and the sword fighting actually is really fun, I gotta say. So, I mean, it looks like a slower paced game, but when you're actually going through it, like you're actually concentrating pretty good. You know, nothing's too terribly complicated. It's just exploring each level, and then figuring out the path to take, and then, you know, then you start your actual run. Much more enjoyable to me than, like, say, something like Contra, right, where, nope, you died, you gotta start over, there are no continues, kind of a thing, like, you get 3 lives and that's it. You know, unless you know the code for 99 or whatever, and then you still go through all the lives, right, like, that happens too, in some of those games. Or like, what is it, Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Really enjoy that one. But, man, you can die at that really easy. All those Ninja Turtle games, actually. They're kind of hard to survive all the way through. Okay, let me see. There we go. See, I knew I made it through. And then there's the door. Sweet. Okay. Alright, so if we go through... What's the time on not going for time? Although we did continue a couple times. 9 minutes. Oh, yeah. This should be like a... Feels like we should be able to do this in 3. Because we died a couple times and just restarted. Alright, so I'm not even gonna write that one down. That's not a great time at all. Level 12, let's find a place to die. There we go. I don't even want to learn anything, because, you know, my RAM is full, and if I dump any of it, we're gonna lose it. So yeah, I mean, there's something about retro games that, yeah, they're not for everybody. Not every single retro game is for everybody, right? So it's totally fine. I don't expect every game to be everybody's style. Alright, that's the code we just got. We don't need that. We want the other one. I think the timeline mechanic, like, hey, you have 2 hours to complete this game, but you can retry, right? Is kind of interesting. The whole, like, parkour-y kind of thing. Plus, I did the later Prince of Persia games, right? I haven't played this one, obviously, it's a blind run, but those later ones on, like, PlayStation 2 and stuff, I think is when they started. Like, I really enjoyed those. So going back and seeing where it came from, that is enjoyable to me, right? Like, same thing with, like, the Castlevanias. They're really hard, but, you know, it's cool to see where something like that I like so much in Symphony of the Night, where that came from. Are you talking about that cel-shaded one? Like, it's the... I want to say it's the most recent Prince of Persia, unless I missed one that came out. But there was, like, the trilogy, right? And then there was another one that came out that was, like, cel-shaded. Kind of like Borderlands or something. I played that one, too. I didn't like that one as much. I couldn't really tell you why. I don't remember a whole lot about it. But it didn't leave as much of an impression as those other ones did. And I'm not going to step on that pressure plate that closes the gate. I'm not going to do it. Not at all. Because that would be, I'll be poor form. You're going for speed. Step, jump. There we go, see? I told you I wasn't going to do it, and didn't do it. Spikes there. I'm sure I could run through some of this stuff more than I am, but I'm not a speedrunner. No. Down here. seems that harsh to me. I hope. It's not that I didn't enjoy that cel-shaded one, it's just I didn't enjoy it as much as that trilogy of games. There we go, got him. In the chomper. Looking like pros. But that one was a lot more, or all those actually, all four of them, were a lot more like parkour-y, like running up walls and all that kind of stuff, and that stuff was all cool, which is why I like the series, right? I mean, I played those first, and here I am trying to find out where it started. I think there was like a Macintosh version of this and a Genesis version of this, which might actually predate this one, but I think they're essentially the same game, maybe some different levels. But I like the graphics of this one better. And since from what I read, they're kind of the same. Alright, this time we're gonna just do it the nice smart way. There we go. Where we don't take damage. Because sometimes... Oh, jeez! No! It's closed now, isn't it? Crap. Well, we might as well die, right? I mean, that's gonna add like a full like minute to our time. Can't have that. I did look at. Was it the one you put in the chat, or was it one I just looked up? I might have just looked up, like Googled it. They were making 2 Falcons, I want to say, in the video, and then they were just kind of comparing it. Like it was like an hour-long video or something long. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I kind of just skipped through it. As a hasty, ignorant American would. But I did look at it. I mean, it looked basically identical. I mean, the only thing that really was different was like, I think he mentioned like one of his pieces was like still like kind of, you said something about them melting them or something, and one of them was still like melted in such a way he couldn't use it or something. But I don't know, he figured it out, I guess, in the video. Again, did not watch the whole thing. But yeah, it looked identical. And price-wise, how do you beat that, man? Like, there's only so much I'm willing to pay for like top brand stuff, you know? Like, it's cool to be like, yes, I've got such and such brand of item that's really cool. Yeah, I guess people don't like knockoffs, but you know what? When you're paying for it... Oh yeah. And again, looked identical. I don't know how it works with their like patent and things like that. Not my problem though. Like, for instance, right, like I got the Super Nintendo Classic or whatever, SNES Classic, and I bought it even though like there's some aftermarket ones, some third-party ones that have way more games, right? And so, but I was like, well, I mean, I don't know if it works or if it's the same or like if there's issues with it, so I'd rather get the Nintendo version because then I know that it should be quality, right? And then we get it, and I'm looking through the games and stuff. There's only like freaking 15 games on there or something. I didn't count them. But there's not that many. And then I'm like in my Facebook feed all the time comes stuff it's trying to sell me on, of course. And that's one of them is like NES Classics and things like that with like 300 games, 500 games, things like that, and I'm like, oh man. Probably should have just made the other purchase. And I think it's cheaper. Maybe. But either way, you get more value out of it, so. Yeah, there's definitely lessons to be had with buying brand name stuff. So like the NES Classic, like I'd like to get, but I think I might just go with the third-party one, see how that is. And if I like it enough, I might rebuy the Super Nintendo one. Although I'm playing it with my kids, right, and they enjoy it enough. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're actually pretty decent for a 4 and a 6-year-old at Battlefront 2, right? But when they do like Super Mario World, man, they struggle, man. I don't know if it's just because it's more timing orientated and stuff, or what. But you'd think, okay, well, Battlefront's got way more complicated controls. They are not that great at the Super Mario. Oh, crap. I didn't realize I was going to stop on the crack, kind of like when I come up to like a chomper or something. And then I was like, oh, I stopped. I'll just step again instead of going, wait. Just wait for the flame to go one more time. So yeah, I might have to look into those weapons come Christmas time. Alright, let's try this again. We're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of greatness. I mean, yes, there's that, right? But, I mean, I did it when I was little, you know? I mean, I was their age when I was playing those. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. And then, on top of that, right, like, as nostalgic as I am for it, we had, so there's this gal from our old church, that we're, like, helping out. She's getting back on her feet and stuff, and so we're, like, watching her kids. So, like, I had, like, I was watching 7 kids on my own the other day, and it's good to be a nice person, but, man, that's a struggle. I'm not built for it. My wife is much better at it than I am, but, you know, sometimes, now that she's working, I'm having to do it. Express. Oh, okay. I will have to look into that. Step. Hang on, I gotta concentrate on this fight. I was already putting away my sword. I'm like, you're dead. Alright. Didn't want to waste too much time flaunting. So we're watching her kids, right, and plus mine, and got to a point where they were playing, and they kind of got Battlefront 2'd out, and so I was like, oh well, why don't you guys do the Super Nintendo? And one of the kids is a little bit older than mine, right, by a few years, but he's cool, he's nice, he, you know, enjoys playing with my boys, so all that's good. And so we started the Super Nintendo, and they play Super Mario World for a little bit, and that seems to be going fine. And then I might get bored of it, I guess. So that, all right, well, what else is there? And so I'm like, oh well, how about Mario Kart? You guys can race around. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah. Oh shoot. Again, just too slow getting to that gate, and then it pushes me over. Oh, nice. Lego figurines for kids. Alright, I'm gonna go throw myself on these spikes. I don't know. Of course, we don't have problems with this gate until we're actually, like, trying to go for a good time. But yeah, so I start up Mario Kart, and they play it for a few minutes. And my boys like it, right? Enough that they'll play it for a while. but the older kid, he was like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be like the other Mario Kart, you know, because he's got like a Switch or maybe he's played something on a more recent system. he's like, yeah, just kind of crappy. It's like, oh, like I know, it's blurry, the graphics aren't great. Like Super Mario, it's actually crisp colors and and things and models and sprites. But yeah, Mario Kart is a bit hard. I get it, but it didn't make me feel great. Getting to that point, man, age is getting there. People can't appreciate it. I feel like I'm on the border of appreciating some of these older retro games, you know? Like like my little brother's 9 years younger than me, but he doesn't really care at all. Because he didn't really play anything until, what, GameCube? I'm trying to think if he played, like, 64 stuff at all. I don't think so, actually. Oh, shoot! I meant to jump. There we go. So, yeah, I feel like I'm, like, at the tail end of enjoying NES, Super Nintendo games. Oh. I was trying to figure out what game to stream for Halloween. I'm off on Halloween night, so like once the kiddos go to bed and stuff, I'm just trying to see about staying up and streaming something. I don't know what to do for it though. Okay, if you message them to me, I will have to take a look after the stream. Actually, maybe take a look more on break. I'm gonna take a quick break, real quick. We're gonna come back, focus up, and we're gonna finish this level 11. Move on, hopefully. We will be right back. Just a quick YouTube cut break here. Like literally a minute. We'll be right back. Hang with us.